This is IYBtech, and this is a testing video on the DOZ amplifier. But before that, I want to update on the rest of the music server. As you can see here, most of the things have been drilled and mounted to the board, other than the objective deck, because the objective deck happened to get grounded and it is now fried and useless. So I already ordered a new one, so that's coming in the mail, but that's the only thing that's not on the board, as you can see right now. But what is on the board is everything else. As you can see, I didn't solder together all the power supply side, but it is drilled and then mounted in. So it's ready to be, all the components are ready to be wired to it, or just, I guess, just the DOZ amps, because everything else is being powered by the 5-volt wall wart. Also, as you can see, all the holes under the board have been cut, so those holes are very a few got messed up a little bit, but they're very clean, and I think the total when it's finished, it'll still be pretty nice, and the end result will still be what I'm looking for. Other than the cuts on the underside, I have already flashed out for the Raspberry Pi. I flashed out the SD card, so the SD card is almost ready to be used. And so right when I boot it up and then console into it through the local Ethernet port, I will be able to start doing stuff in the app, and the program I'll be using for the server part, which is Volumio. So if you guys didn't know, if I didn't say already, I'm gonna be using Volumio for my for the server's software. So it plays music, and it can also act as the server part as what I need it to, and be able to send music, get music uploaded to it, and be its own little nice little server. So that's what the software decided to use. I forgot to mention the heat sinks. They're very nice big heat sinks. I think they'll be able to keep my amp cool even in the enclosure. As you all know, it has to be isolated. So as you guys know, at first I was going to use the TO3 case transistors. So I had TO3 case little washer, silicone, or the silly pad washers. So what I did is I just cut out the washers to size to regular TO3P transistors, which the ones I have over there, I believe. And so now they work and they're isolated, so hopefully nothing explodes, and they work nicely. Alright, that's about it.
We'll be testing the amp with two different multimeters. There are three different readings we need to get. First one would be voltage on the input, second one would be current draw, and third would be voltage on the output of the amp. So right now we're at about 34 volts, 33 volts, as you can see here. And at current draw we're about 0.37 amps. The correct reading for this should be 0.33, but since it floats, depending on heat, which it is a little warm right now, can't really do much about that, and it's not in its actual enclosure, so we can't really tell where the heat's gonna rest. Both those readings look good. The voltage drop across the amp is like a few, like 0.3 volts, 0.4 volts, so it's not that much, and it's looking pretty healthy. Now we're going to be testing the voltage on the output of the amp, so let's just set that up real quick. So the voltage on the output is setting at 14.6. So the voltage it should be, or specified on Riley's website, is 15. So we're in close enough tolerance for it to be acceptable. Plus, I don't know what the transformer voltage is going to be through my resistors and capacitors here through that whole circuit, and I don't know how the actual temperature of the heat sinks will stay either. So we're just gonna leave it at an approximate kind of area, and then later on we can fine adjust it when it's actually in its enclosure and ready to be used in a real environment. Now we're all set up to see if sound passes through the amplifier. So we're gonna be using my
I don't want to call them my beater pair, but my secondary pair of headphones, which are Audio-Technica WS99s. As you can see here, quick little show of what I'm using. I just got a little cheap. This is not the output capacitor I'm going to be using, but I got this output capacitor so I don't put any DC through my headphones. And you know, this is a mandatory. Is to be destroying your headphones even before you get, even before you know that if the amplifier works. So this is necessary. So let's play some music and see if it goes through the headphones. I'm gonna be putting the headphones on the microphone to see if it plays, and see if all this work is comes out. All this work was worth it, really. So here we go. I'm gonna put the headphones on top of the mic and play some music from Free Music. I think this is a website online that gives non-licensed music, and we're gonna see how it comes out. So it seems like we got music playing. It's freaking amazing. I already tested the other amp, so we already know the other one works. So that's about the end of the video, guys. It's been a great video. I'm really happy that the two amplifiers work. I'm still bummed, like I said in the beginning of the video, the objective DAC died basically, and so now all I have is now I have to order it again. So if you guys like the video, like it. If you guys dislike it, dislike it. And if you guys want to see more, please subscribe. See you guys next time.